Yes, this is Tim Law with Planet Forward Coaching and Self-Reliance U. And I'm elated to have a phenomenal guest here, a guy that I've admired for the last several years. He was a graduate of Northeastern High School. He is a D1 pitcher at Towson down in Maryland. And Kody, if you'd like to introduce yourself, and you got a great background and everything there. So fire away, my man.
Yeah, so my name is Kody Reeser. As Mr. Law said, I am a graduate of Northeastern of 2016. Just to kind of talk about my background a little bit, how I got here, what brought me here, how I, kind of got to this point in my life. I played sports the whole way up. I actually started out with baseball, basketball, and soccer. And then when I was 10 years old, I transitioned over into football when I was 11 years old. Maintained those three sports throughout high school, and then was fortunate enough to be able to play a Division I sport in baseball. So that's where I'm at today. I'm currently going into my 5th year of schooling and athletics. So combine them. I signed up for that. Couldn't get 4 years, was not enough for me. So back for a 5th year. That's where I'm at right now, going into the spring semester. Looking forward to getting into the season.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, what would you, as far as the rest of your story and that kind of thing, when you were little, how did you originally get started, Kody?
Well, I can credit my parents. They got me into it. Fortunately, my mom was kind of the athletic side, and my dad was kind of the hardworking, put your head down and grind to it side. So it was a great mix, a great blend. My mom got me into sports when I was young. Basically, every season that came around, she was like, "Okay, what are we signing up for this time?" And then, the sports happened, and that's what I liked it. I loved it. So stuck with that and rode with me the whole way through high school.
Okay, and what would you say some of the lessons you've learned since graduating from high school, entering college, and being involved with the workforce, which you're rapidly moving toward because of the student teaching and everything?
Yeah, so a great lesson to have, whether you're in high school, college, even in the workforce, just kind of a great motto to go by is basically do what you can today to make your tomorrow easier. Whether that could be homework, okay? Do the homework that's due 3 days from now today, so that way 3 days from now it's a lot easier. You're not cramming, you're not procrastinating at the end. Or if you're training or practicing, go as hard as you can today, so that way tomorrow when you get to the event or the practice or the game, whatever it may be, it's a lot easier. Okay, you prepared yourself for it. You went ahead and did extra to make your tomorrow easier. That's kind of one thing I live by, whether that's in the sports world or whether that's in the work world. I think it relates to both realms very well.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that, Kody. And many decades ago, I was involved as a collegiate wrestler. And the thing is that if you're an athlete like yourself or like I was, it really does make a difference because you don't have that big, huge block of socializing time with other people, because a lot of your day is taken up with your time and energy, preparing for your sport and everything. So I really think people that are involved with, the extracurricular activities, whether it's sport, band, music, obviously have to be, good managers as far as their time is concerned, because we don't have as much disposable time as a lot of the others that aren't involved, as heavily involved in activity as we've both been. How about, what is your advice for those going through college? In other words, let's say it's an upcoming junior or senior, somebody who is maybe in college already, or just getting ready for it. What are some of the biggest takeaways you have?
As far as advice goes, for students in college or anything like that, you're on your own. You're on your own island. Okay. High school, there's people, there's a support team. Obviously, your parents are still going to be there with you through college. But in high school, there's teachers, there's parents, there's coaches. When you get to college, it's more of you. Okay, you're paying for your education. The college could really care less if you do well, if you pass, if you don't. So it's on you, okay? So you got to find that self-motivation, whatever motivates you, what's your why, and kind of run with that. If you don't have motivation coming internally, it's not going to work out for you. You got to dig deep, you got to find it, and times will get tough, okay? Everyone goes through tough times, but those that prevail are the ones that succeed. All right. So as far as advice, knowing it's going to get tough and being able to prevail would be a good mindset to have. Okay. Nothing's going to be easy the whole way through. You're going to have some hiccups. You're going to have some problems. How do you overcome them? Okay. That's what the good students do. That's what the good people do. So my advice to you is be able to dig deep and find that motivation, especially when you need it.
Very good. Excellent. I love the idea. Use the word why in there because to me, the advantage of being involved with sports and athletics, and you look at this past year with this COVID scenario, I really feel that people that have dug down deep, whether it's in athletics or whether it's extracurricular activities or whatever, it's almost like we have an additional suit of armor on us, you know, because we've already been through the ups and downs of challenging efforts in sport. You know, you have the real highs of a nice win or the lows of a crushing loss. And I just think that it really has helped us adapt to a tough COVID situation as far as our life is concerned. So I really believe, guys like yourself have a big advantage over people that have not had to dig deep athletically or some form of extracurricular. You know, I don't care if it's a school play. You know, anything that allows us to have to push ourselves is certainly a good thing. Any other ideas you'd like to share with teens or young adults?
Yeah, I think a huge one. I was actually looking forward to this question. A huge one for me is to be able to be involved in as many activities, extracurricular activities in high school, in college, but mainly high school. Be involved in as many as you can, whether that's clubs, sports teams, any type of extracurricular. Fortunately, I was able to play 3 sports, be involved in a couple clubs. That is great. I cannot emphasize that enough. What that has done for me today, being involved, being able to handle and juggle all of those different things I had to do, because it doesn't stop. It's going to keep going. Okay, you're always going to have stuff to juggle, stuff to do, but to fill your plate at a young age to get you used to it, it really helped me today. It built relationships. It allowed me to learn more about myself. I just think there are a multitude of things that being involved as a young person in your school, in your community, it pays dividends later on.
Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Kody. It certainly makes a lot of sense. If anybody had any further questions for you, could you give us your phone number and your email address? And please say them twice, okay? This way here we make sure that anybody that might have a question for this phenomenal D1 pitcher of whom I'm a big fan of, that's for sure. He's awesome with people of all ages. So yeah, how would they get a hold of you, Kody?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, Twitter, any type of social media platform. It's just my name, so Kody Reeser. That's all my Twitter handle and Instagram name, whatever you want to call it. And then a cell phone would be 717-881-0198. Or I can be reached at email, my name, Kody Reeser, at 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘄𝘼. Okay.
And that's Kody with a K.
That's Kody with a K. It is a little tricky.
Yeah,
it's a little tricky. So it's Kody with a K on all of those. Like I said, I am on Instagram. I am on Twitter. My phone number is 717-881-0198. And then email is my name with a K, Kody Reeser at 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘄𝘼.
Very good, Kody. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate this. This was a real honor to be able to do this with you. Again, I'm a big fan of you, as you know, and I think your parents have done a phenomenal job with you and your brother. And, so I certainly wish you the very best success going forward with the whether it's a student teaching or your final year of the pitching down there at Towson. And thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Law.